Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. I'm actually extremely excited to finally check out a beer from these guys because this brewery is one of the most hyped breweries I can remember in a long time. And that's because of King Hype Train, Mr. Brian Krajak. From Hudson Valley Brewery, this is Silhouette. And this says brunch style sour IPA with pineapple and coconut. 5% alcohol by volume. Hudson Valley Brewery is Beacon, New York. Don't know where Beacon is. This can comes courtesy of my man Mark. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. Hudson Valley is blowing up. People are talking about how they're the best sour IPAs in the game, but most of the beers that they brew have lactose. So I do not drink beers with lactose. So when this dropped, Mark sent me a message and was like, hey, they're finally making a sour IPA without lactose, so you should try it. I'm going to send you some. The man has a heart of gold, so really, really appreciate that. I was looking at my Untappd check-ins. I don't think I've ever had a sour IPA before. I thought Modern Times did one, but I don't think I've ever had a sour IPA, so let's see what this one's got. Should we move the tab? It looks like a haze bomb from just looking in the can. I obviously don't have Hudson Valley glassware, so we're going to use our side project sour glassware. I figured that was appropriate. 12-ounce can on this one. I thought most of the beers that they do are in 16-ounce cans, so I don't know if this one's different or what the deal is, but I mean, wow. That looks like pineapple juice. It is full, just murky haze. Not the disgusting kind of looking haze, but super fluffy, pretty. I mean, it's it's frothy, fluffy whitehead. There's about a finger of it. Looks amazing in that glassware. So let's go ahead and see what this one's got. I honestly, I don't want to overhype this in my head, but Brian just goes nuts over these beers and he won't stop talking about them. So I kind of have high hopes. Before we start, we should mention this was canned on May 9th. So today's the 26th. We are almost 3 weeks old. Is that right? Math is hard. 2 weeks old? Shove our nose in it. This smells super it reminds me of sitting on a beach with a pina colada. I think there's more coconut than pineapple, but it's really, really tropical. It doesn't smell crazy sour. There is a tartness there. This smells creamy. I know that's probably the worst descriptor ever, but it smells creamy. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say suntan lotion coconut, but think of something like that. It's not toasted coconut. It's insane coconut. It's very coconut forward. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you that I'm smelling pineapple, but it just smells really tropical. There's a weird, it's not weird, it's just there's an aroma in this that's super present, and obviously it's the pineapple, but my brain is smelling something else, and I wish I could figure out what it was. But I can't, so we're going to drink it. My mouth is salivating. So, Mark, cheers. Thank you, sir. That's delicious. Just the right amount of tartness. This, I mean, it almost tastes, honestly, like tart orange juice. Like fresh squeezed tart orange juice with a little bit of... The coconut is crazy on the nose. It doesn't come through as much in the actual taste. There's something else that this reminds me of. It almost reminds me of that frozen kind of juice that you would get in the freezer section. I used to drink it and would get it in junior high. That concentrated fruit juice. You'd put it in a pitcher and you'd add water to it. It's almost dead on that. If you gave this to someone, I don't think you'd be able to tell it's an IPA. It's not hoppy. It's just super tropical, fruity, tart juice. The mouthfeel is insane for 5%. It smelled creamy. It feels creamy in your mouth. Heyo. And it's not sour. It just has a nice tartness that starts at the front of your tongue and finishes all the way in the back. But it doesn't overwhelm it. It doesn't kill your tongue. A lot of times with sour beers, it can, I mean, you drink a sour and it's super intensely sour and your tongue is just numb afterwards. That doesn't do this. I love the tropical fruitiness, which I guess is the pineapple that I'm tasting. It doesn't remind me of pineapple. It just reminds me of some sort of like fruity juice. Like I said, it's weird. The coconut is really there on the nose, but it's not so much on the taste. I think this beer is weird because it's an IPA, but I think like the tartness is what's sitting on my tongue. It could be perceived as like a little bit of hoppiness, but it's not a bitterness. So this is different than any beer I've ever had. It's a really fun beer to drink. It tastes like a fruited sour. It almost tastes like a Modern Times. They do their super Berliners that are fruited, that aren't crazy sour. It's just really, really intensely tropical. It reminds me of that. This is fantastic. I mean, how do you rate this though? Because I've never had another sour IPA. I would just say this beer is an A beer. I would drink these all day long, 5%. You're not gonna kill yourself. I mean, this would be a fun golf beer. This would be a fun beer to sit out and grill with when it's warm outside. It's one of those daily drinkers. It's not something that you're going to get hammered drinking if you just have a 12-ounce serving of it. So really, really tasty. I very much enjoy this. If we're going to give a number, let's go 96. So, yeah. Is the hype real? Like, am I blown away by it? I don't think like my mind is blown by it, but it's a very, very good beer. So Brian will say something like, it's not the one with lactose and vanilla, so it's not the same beer. That's not the one, blah, 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 whatever. This beer's fire. That's Silhouette from Hudson Valley Brewery. Mark, I really, really appreciate you. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.